Welcome everybody, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, you're welcome. Welcome to my channel. This channel is all about the BBC and its shenanigans and stuff, and you know, things they get up to, and announcements they're trying to make to cover up things and do things and stuff, and try and frighten people to pay a license that they don't want. So welcome, and I've done quite a few videos now on yes, I know, little dogging spot me and Kato. Oh, there's a mate come for you today, Kato. Little doggy, but he's off. Anyway, like I say, thanks everybody for joining the channel. Yes, this channel is all about the BBC, of course, what to get up to, you know, what they get up to, and things like this, and of course how to become license free. And that's quite simple, as we're aware when you got on this channel. How many times I've told people what to do, but anybody new, of course, it's quite simple. If you're not used to doing it, you know, and you're new to the channel, and you're looking at my videos, anybody who's aware of the channel, it's quite simple to do. You just go to your bank and close your account, and I would advise you to ring up after you cancelled. Get the number, it's online somewhere, or you'll find the website. Don't try the website, because they sort of mess around. I would just ring the number direct to tell them you're going to cancel your license, because there's so many people doing it now. They're trying to put people off by saying there's a computer error or something like that. That you'll get some kind of a error message or something. And anyway, so the best way is to ring up. You have to try and get through, of course. You get through to a girl on the other end of the phone. She'll give you your details. You just tell them I'm not require a license anymore. She will look up the record, because they've got records of that address. You're registered as a license if you're going to cancel, and of course the cancellation comes, and of course, you know, you've got 2 years immunity. Basically, you got an exemption for 2 years, like I have got. Now that's the best way of doing it, I would suggest to anybody who's new to doing it. That's why I'm on this channel, trying to pass on the information that what I went through, and how simple it was to do, because I was influenced by Mr. Hotpot, Mr. H, Mr. Hotpot, Chili John, one or two other people on the how to become license free. So I've done it the way they said, and of course what happens sometimes, you have to play these things by ear. And if you just cancel your license by just going to your bank and cancel it, you can do it that way, but you'll get letters, one or two, after a period, that they realise that you've cancelled, and they will keep sending you letters. So you have to get rid of that by ringing them and telling them the situation that you've cancelled. That is my best option for you. And like I said, what I was saying to you before, you know, that is the best option for you, and of course then you get your 2 years immunity and you know, exemption from paying. I'm just with my friend Kato, and we're going to go out for a walk now. He's going to see one or two friends come onto the area where we go dogging, or meeting other dogs, not just dogging, but you know, meeting other people and his friends and stuff. So he's raring to go. But like I said, that's the the plan of the channel is to advise people the simplest way how to go about, and follow me on this channel, because I'm waiting now. Well, I've checked my records, and I'm actually quite okay at the moment. They're not going to come knocking on my door because I'm still under a warranty, you know, exemption warranty kind of thing, which they won't come knocking on your door. But of course, it's the BBC, so if they're targeting an area like Lancashire or whatever, Lancashire, they'll have vans out, or not vans, but people in doing a targeting area from Capita, and they will target an area. Now, whether you've been 2 years, 1 year, or 6 months out of license, not paying the license, they'll have it all on their machine as a record. So in the area they cover in, section by section of the area, to get the revenue back, they will call at any time. So even though they'll say you've got a 2-year exemption, and if anybody does do what I've done and gets the 2-year exemption and gets a visit, please let me know, because that's what it's all about. I'm in contact with Chili John when they come to my place to ask me a few questions, if they do, because they got these cameras now which they can film you answering their questions. So all you have to remember is, when they knock on your door, if they do knock on your door after a 2-year exemption or whatever they do, whenever they come round the area you're in, because they'll target it in certain areas, that's what they do. So then you open the door and you ask them ID, and they say it's Capita from the BBC, blah blah blah, and of course you say no, thank you very much, I do not require a license, and close the door. Be polite, don't argue with them whatsoever, just shut the door. That's all you need to do, folks, just shut the door. Now if they come knocking on the door again, you just tell them, I'm sorry, I've just told you I don't require a license. If they try anything else, you just shut the door in the face, just don't be bothered. They have to have a reason for entry, and either got to get a court order, a warrant, a magistrate, to prove that you're watching television without a license. Now, that is another way that you have to get evidence, like I said. But if you're not watching, you're not paying. So you're nothing to fear if you, like myself, are not watching the BBC. So that's what the plan is, everybody to follow. And I'm on this channel doing this documentary every so often, and telling you what's happened. They've not come to my door yet, but that's what will happen when they come to my door. I just open the door, be polite, don't be antagonistic with them, don't try to wind them up and do anything, just say, oh, don't require a license, goodbye, and shut the door. Now, anything else, they'll have to come back and try another methods, because they want to get their commission. They want to get their £20, which they get every license fee they get back. That's the Capita business plan. But of course, the door-to-door selling or sales, which they are, won't work anymore if people follow my simple rules, like other people, Mr. H and anybody else, Chili John, other TV people who are trying to get the message across. If you follow my instructions, and I say if I get knocked on the door, I'll just say no, thank you, goodbye, and we'll see what happens from there. They could try other methods, by having some threats and everything else. But if you're not watching, you're not paying, and there's nothing to be frightened about. They can't do anything about it, because in my particular case, I haven't got a TV aerial, I've got no coax, I've cut the cord with the BBC completely. So I've nothing to fear from their tactics of trying to gain entry, but they won't without a court order anyway. If they get a court order, they'll come into the to my property, because I'll have to let them in with a court case if they. But they have to have evidence, and of course they're not going to get evidence because I'm not watching. So there's no evidence to be gained that I'm watching television. So that's the fact. So you know where you stand. So you're nothing to fear. You just say, I'm sorry, you're not coming in, because I do not watch the BBC terrestrial television. So anyway, folks, that's the plan, and we'll see how it goes. Up to now, they've not come knocking on the door, but I would imagine the next 6 months may happen. But you have to be prepared and know what to do, and that's why I'm doing this channel for that reason, so everybody else can go through what I've gone through. Close your account by direct debit, you know, close that, go through the phone call, get your exemption, and we'll see what happens. They knock on the door, you just say no thank you very much and shut the door, and they have to go away. And they may come back and threaten you with other things, but we'll come to that bridge when we cross it, you know. We'll see what happens. Anyway folks, I'll leave it there now. It's gone on a bit, the video. I you know, didn't want to make it that long, but it's just the plan of the channel and plan of what I'm doing as Inspector C, to give you information what happens. If it happens to me, it probably happened to you. So if you follow my channel on a, you know, if anything happens, I will certainly let you know. If they come knocking on my door tomorrow, I shall make the video and tell you what happened. But nothing's going to happen because they just shut the door on them because they're just salespeople. Anyway folks, I'm going to see you on the next one, and I'll get back to you if any information comes along. Thank you very much, and thanks for all the new subscribers and people liking the channel, leaving some comments. You're welcome to leave comments. You can leave comments good or bad, it doesn't matter to me, because I'm just doing this channel to make people aware of your rights, what you can do as a person, individual in a household of 25 million people in this country who may want to watch television or may not want to watch a television, terrestrial television. It's their choice. So they don't have to have a license just to have a television in the house. If you're not watching, you're not paying, folks. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there, and I will see you on the next one. Bye now.